When I was younger, I played a lot of Minecraft. And no, I'm not talking about 15 minutes a day type of Minecraft. I'm talking about 6 hours a day, every single day, every week, every leap year, every decade, whatever. I was always playing the game. And I did have quite a bit of fun with it, and it was the reason why I started this YouTube channel. So I'm in no way complaining about it, but I definitely played it a tad too much, and it may or may not be the reason that I didn't have a girlfriend until I was 17. Just kidding, I didn't want one of those. Right? But for real though, like I said, I spent a lot of time playing the game. It doesn't matter if it's a friend server, a public server, a private server, or single player, I still enjoyed the game every second that I played it. But around late 2014, upon the release of 1.8, I believe it was, I kinda just stopped playing, and I really don't know why. Maybe it was just me growing up, or maybe I just got bored, but me and a lot of other people just stopped playing the game at this point. But the other day I was on YouTube and I kept seeing these videos talking about how Minecraft died and Minecraft was brutally executedly murdered by a whatever. Like, I kept seeing these videos.
More than anything. When I was younger,
this is an interesting video. I really love this one. The day Minecraft died.
I was absolutely infatuated with Minecraft. I was 12 years old. I was watching music parodies, hours of, Minecraft Hunger Games.
Yeah, bro, I did too.
Hours of, Hunger Games videos, Let's Plays. I played
wait,
the game myself and made
You just said that.
Minecraft Hunger Games, Let's Plays, hours of, Hunger Games videos, Let's Plays.
Minecraft Hunger Games, Let's Plays, hours of Hunger Games, and Let's Plays. Holy crap, that's double the power. This is a pretty good video. It's a pretty good video. I like this video. And these videos just kept repeating themselves, saying that the game is dead because nobody plays it anymore. And I was like, really? Is a game this popular actually dead? Is that even possible, or have we just stopped playing it as a group? So I decided to download it and check it out for myself. Upon opening the game, I click the multiplayer tab and I see my server list from 4 years ago. And surprisingly, a lot of the servers that I used to play on are somehow still popular today. I don't know how this is possible. I can barely keep a Discord server open, but these servers still had thousands of players years and years after they opened. I was really surprised to see this, so I called my friend Nolan and we decided to try out some of these servers, which is what you're going to be witnessing in today's video. The first server that we tried out was one known as Hypixel, and pretty much if you played Minecraft back in the day, bro, you were on Hypixel. That was the coolest, most lit server ever, because Minecraft is lit. But for real though, they had Spleef and TNT, whatever. Like, they had a ton of cool game modes, and it was always like the most revolutionary of all of the servers. But I decided to try out hide and seek first, because it used to be my favorite game mode, and I'm surprised that people still play it. So I figured I'd give it a try. Back in the day, whenever you played hide and seek, it was basically like you running around, you turn into a block, and then you hide. It's just that simple. But today, it's not quite like that. Okay, the game's about to start, and the seeker's gonna start counting now. As I loaded into the lobby, I realized that I had a bunch of carrots in my inventory. Now, I don't know why. Before, it was just punch a block and you turn into it, but now I have carrots on strings and crap. It said I have to right-click to change blocks, and then left-click to camouflage. Which I thought the whole point of hide and seek was to camouflage, but I don't know, it doesn't make sense. So I try to turn into some carpet, and I accidentally turn into a wood block. But like, it's like a tiny wood block, and for some reason it's not like a full-size wood block that blends in like it's supposed to. But then whenever I click, it turns into a real wood block. So this game mode is entirely changed. Like, it's like a mini block that turns into a big one, and you don't hide as— it doesn't make sense, bro. But I kind of ran around trying to figure out how to play it, and the Seeker was really bad. I don't know why they decided to get Helen Keller as the starting Seeker, but they could not find anyone. So I turned into a sword and joined a sword cult, and then we kind of just like circled around this Seeker, who literally had no idea what they were doing. This may have been their first time using a computer, or maybe their first time using their eyes. I don't know why, but this person was terrible, bro. Like, we have a whole cult of swords around them, and they're just like, huh? What are you talking about? Is there people here? But I was bored, and my friend was finally getting on, so I left and decided to switch to something else. So Nolan suggested that we play something called like Super Smash Mobs or Bros or some crap like that. It's basically Smash Brothers but on Minecraft. That's what all the cool kids play, so I guess we were gonna do that. Okay guys, okay, we're gonna win this game. First game ever. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, the enemy knocked me off and I totally didn't fall off on my own in the beginning of the game. So the first game I was kind of just learning how to play, just spamming rockets at the other team and falling to my death a bunch of times. But once I got enough like skill or points, I don't know how it works, maybe it's a timed thing, and I used my smash ability, it released a bunch of chickens with guns. That was the coolest thing ever, just like a bunch of chickens holding guns on their heads, and like it absolutely destroyed the enemy team. Like I was not expecting that to be that cool. But eventually we ended up winning the game. It was a pretty easy win considering neither of us have ever played it, and I was kind of surprised that we got a dub first try. But anyways, it was time for our second game, and now that I kinda knew what I was doing, I'm sure it would be easy peasy lemon squeezy, my dude. So we get in the game, and everything goes pretty smooth, but we both end up losing our lives within seconds, and we're both down to 1 life. We then ended up eliminating one of the enemy team members, and then it was just me with 1 life, Nolan with 1 life, and some guy in the other team with 1 life. I started getting hit a lot, and I started taking a lot of damage. Nolan, on the other hand, was doing a little better than I was, but he was also getting hit because this guy was freaking good. I don't know how much he played the game, but it was definitely way more than we have. I then get down to the point where if I get hit 1 more time, I'm dead. And the guy was getting low, Nolan was getting low, and I was about to die. He runs up on me, hits me, and I start to fly off the map. And I'm like, oh crap, here we go, we're gonna lose right here. But then, Nolan hits the guy, and the guy hits him back, and they both fly off the map. But luckily, the other guy fell first, and at the last second we won the game. Which was really close, because if the other guy made it back to the land, then we would have just lost just like that. And since we didn't want to destroy any other enemies and like absolutely own the server, we decided that we're just gonna take a break from this, and we're gonna switch to something else. And there's nothing better on Hypixel than the legendary Sky Wars. I remember playing those back in the day, and I was bad, but I loved it, it was fun. Oh yes, I'm about to show you guys that I kept my skill throughout this whole time. And we are about to get the fastest dub of all time in Sky Wars, so you better prepare yourself. The game started and I spawned on the island. And again, the goal of Sky Wars, if you didn't know, is to build to the center, get better loot, and kill everyone. So I was ready for this, dude. We were about to get a dub. I was ready, and I started building to go to the center and destroy every single enemy. We were gonna win. First try. Okay, maybe not. I hate these windy maps, bro. It's like the wind hits you and you just fall straight off. It's so annoying. Nolan made it a little further than I did, but then he got killed by a guy who was like absolutely stacked. I don't know how he got all that loot, but like, yeah, Nolan got destroyed. I'm sorry, Nolan, you died, bro. Big time. No more Sky Wars for me. Time to switch to something else. I heard a lot about Bed Wars, but I'd never tried it because it wasn't around back when I used to play the game. But like I said, I've heard a lot about it and I do know how it works, so Nolan and I decided to try it. And I have to say, this was the most fun I'd ever had in my life. Okay, maybe not that much, but it was fun. We spawn on this island and there's like a generator that gives us gold and iron. We can also upgrade our island, upgrade our generator, and then buy better gear. So the way it works is that you buy better gear with this iron and gold that you get, along with some diamonds and emeralds that are found in the middle. And basically you just keep playing until everybody's beds get destroyed and everybody dies. So the main purpose is to protect your bed, but if your bed does happen to get destroyed, you can still stay alive and just fight to the death. So we hopped on that grind and decided to figure out how to play this because we wanted to win our first try. I ended up buying an iron sword and some wool, and then I used the wool to start building towards the center. The center was where the good loot spawned, and that was the stuff you needed to max yourself out and get geared. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit scared to go to the center, but then I realized that literally everybody in this server sucks, and none of them were any good at the game. Come on, like I said, bro, I haven't played in 4 years, and I'm absolutely destroying noobs out here. I killed one guy in the yellow team, and then I grabbed some of the emeralds from the top of the lighthouse and decided to go back to our base. At this point, I used the emeralds to purchase a potion of invisibility, because I thought it would be a good idea to use it to destroy someone's beds. By the way, don't ever play this strategy because it doesn't work very well. I decided to use this invisibility potion to sneak over to the gray team and use it to destroy their bed. But as I got there, somebody already got a bed kill. I don't know if that's what they're called. But yeah, someone killed their bed, so that really took away a lot of the fun. I really wanted to kill that bed for them. But the good news is, one of their teammates was just being bad in the corner, so I figured I would be good and kill him. Because, okay, not gonna lie though, he was really bad. As we got back to the base, Nolan built a little bridge over to our diamond generator where we can start upgrading stuff. And I went and bought a potion of speed and ran back to the lighthouse to try to grab some more emeralds. I was the king of this world and everybody else was just a peasant because they were really, bad. I got 6 emeralds and then went back to the base to see what I can buy with it, and I ended up buying a diamond sword. Then I see this green dude, and he's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna come over to your island," and I'm like, no you're not. So I decided to pull a trick and literally went up like 2 inches, and then he was just blind and didn't even see me. But it was time for my ninja training to go into effect, so I just jumped down and just knocked him into the void. It was so easy, I don't know why he fell for that. And then the green guy decided to try to sneak up on me because he was just salty that I killed him in a really easy way. So I was like, oh, this guy's easy, I'll just sit up here and sneak attack him again. And he got up and knocked me off and I died and I lost all my crap. Gotta love communism, that didn't even make sense. So we went on the grind again and we just kept playing and upgrading our stuff, and it went on for quite a bit of time. I'm not going to narrate that over and over because that would be kind of boring. Heck, this whole video may be boring, I don't know, this is something way different for me. And at this point, there was pretty much only red, green, and pink left, and since we were pink, that only meant that we had 2 enemies to worry about. So while red and green were fighting each other, I snuck over to red's house and tried to destroy their bed. I was a little nervous because red team was probably the best team that was out here, and as I got close, I saw that their base was bombarded with wood and stuff, and they actually covered up their bed like they're supposed to. But I thought, maybe if I sneak, I can get into it and destroy their bed. And then I saw their teammate, and I was like, oh crap, there's a teammate! So I decided to throw my silverfish at them, which ended up somehow knocking me off the map. I don't know if it was my own silverfish that killed me or what, but that was the dumbest death I'd ever seen in my life. But then, red team realized who we were and what they were up against, so they started rushing over to us and decided to try to kill our bed. They got it, and while we did kill them, like I said, they did kill our bed also, so at this point the only team left with a bed was red because they were smart and they covered it up. But then the green team just destroyed their bed and the sudden death timer started, which meant that I guess in 8 minutes there was a battle or something. I didn't really know what that meant, but that's what I assumed. So we just kept grinding and upgrading ourselves the best we can before the sudden death happened, because we really didn't know what it was. By the time sudden death happened, it was just us and the green team, and somehow the red team got eliminated. You pesky green team, you were responsible for one of my deaths, so this is about to be good. So one of the things I did while I was prepping for sudden death was stock up on snowballs, which release silverfish and kill you. They're the most annoying attack, and I figured I would just save up on them and use as many of them as I can in sudden death. Also, in sudden death, you get an ender dragon that helps you on your team, and for some reason we somehow upgraded ours, so we had 2 ender dragons, and they only had 1. I think my dragon killed one of them, or he just fell off on his own, because there was only 1 dude when we went up there, and there was 2 when we started. So I just went up to the dude, spammed a bunch of TNT, almost knocked myself off the map, and ended up killing him. It was super close, and honestly if he wouldn't have died, I think we would have lost because I think Nolan and I almost both fell off the map. But we did end up winning our first ever Bed Wars game, so that was fun, and honestly this game mode was amazing. Probably my favorite of all time at this point. We really wanted to play another one, but they took way too long and I didn't have time for that. It was 1 in the morning and I was ready for bed. Then we did TNT Run, and it was like playing on PowerPoint, so I didn't really like playing that. I have a 1070, and I can't even run Minecraft TNT Run. And then we finished it up with something called TNT Tag, and this was probably some of the most fun we had had all night. Now, my audio wasn't recorded, but let me show you what it was like with me and Nolan playing this. It was absolutely hilarious.
Oh, I see you! Come here, boy! Come here, boy! Slow down, bitch! Come here! Come here! Let me talk to you! I'm gonna fucking mop your shit, come here. Oh! Oh! Suck it! Suck it! That last clutch! Oh my god. Stop it, Tanner. Stop it, Tanner! back on this. Let me get back up. No, you bitch! Oh, explode, bitch! Here you are! Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Man, we're in the clear right here. Oh, dude, I'm about to win this game. I'm dead. 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 Son of a bitch. This game sucks.
And honestly, hopping on Hypixel was a really fun experience. It was kinda cool to see something still going strong years and years after I was last on it. And I was really surprised how popular it still was. And this kinda did help to answer the question that I asked previously in this video, about if the game is actually dead. And to answer that question, no, it's not dead. Minecraft is in no way dead, so I don't know why a lot of YouTubers are saying that it's dead, but I really don't think it is, because a lot of these old servers still have thousands of players. Like, yes, the game is nowhere near as popular as it once was, but like I said, it's definitely not dead. Anyways guys, if you did enjoy this video and you would want to see more of this, maybe on some different servers or something, please let me know in the comments below. I realized that this was much different than what I usually do, but I thought it would be an interesting concept and I wanted to try it out myself. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time, and peace. Now that the video's over, I just want to take the time to announce my new company called The Dropp. The Dropp is a website that is dedicated to helping you drop the unnecessary things in life. The first products we have on there are phone wallets that attach to the back of your phone. You could hold cash, credit cards, whatever in the back of these things, and it allows you to simplify your life by dropping your big and bulky wallet and switching to one of these. I plan on putting a lot more stuff on this website, so if you guys want to check it out, feel free to. I will put a link in the description below. And if you're checking out, use code LAUNCH for 10% off your entire order.